run. So we're trying to capitalize on that. There's a lot of, research and development coming on, and we're trying to market that area the best we can. And these are some of the things that we're learning that's coming out this way here in Michigan. As people are learning, we're starting to get a lot of more, they're going to start building submarines here in the area for defense. And so these are things we're looking at to try to capitalize on. So we're always looking at different ways to market our city. Our location is key. And I will say Chris does a phenomenal job, and he keeps me busy, and I love it. I love it. Like when I go to Mackinac, he has me scheduled on a lot of different things, and I love it.
And speaking of the different development, instead of us being jealous of what's gone on in Romulus, for example, Vining Road, again, that's that vacant. The state put in an exit ramp, hoping that businesses would come. And how much investment has been done between Amazon in that area, roughly?
Yeah, so 130 million plus 80 plus about $240 million, 205 years.
And that's the last 5 years. It's been 15 years since the act was created. And we want Chris to be our partner and bring more things to us. Certainly, I think back to the original question is his letter that states under the interlocal agreement creating the Aerotropolis Development Corporation, the city may disapprove the ADC's resolution and the potential exemption by delivering to the ADC a resolution adopted by the City Council disapproving of the exemption. The resolution must be delivered to the ADC not later than 30 days after receiving notice of the ADC's approving resolution. So those were the terms and conditions, because we wanted to have that off-ramp for local communities, that somebody couldn't just, take over our economic development. So to that point, he's following the interlocal agreement, bringing it before us. This is a motion to approve. But that's I think more of the history of it than the councilwoman.
Yes, so I agree. I think this is great for us and all our surrounding communities. I just didn't know about a document from 8 years ago that set out the terms and conditions, because I didn't see it here. So I was just like, okay, you're just going to promise this and that's it.
Sure.
And, I didn't know that. I didn't know that there is another document. So I'll take a look at that, but I don't want it to seem like we don't want you here, because we do, and we're excited about it.
And I think you've been consistent going back to when your first term, because that was
a big deal.
It was
Yeah.
trust but verify in terms of the community benefits, and quite frankly, I think when it comes to community benefits, you look at what is now allowed under law, and certainly Detroit, with the Gordie Howe Bridge and a number of different things. Community benefits have been added into laws over the past 5-10 years, so that you have this kind of not only gentleman's agreement, but a contract that can be adhered to. Councilwoman.
So the document from 8 years ago, are we saying that is non-negotiable going forward, that is written in stone?
Yes.
Okay.
So through the chair, that would be the minimum.
So the terms could change?
So depending on what special, like if it kind of all depends on what the occupations are going to be. So if they're, if they're standard positions, then absolutely so many have to be tailored, but if they're specialized in, they're going, if tailor individuals put in for them, absolutely they're supposed to get special, and one of the things I learned from the business is they want Taylor employees if they're in Taylor, because especially like in winter months and all that stuff, it's easier to get to and from work, and all that. So I learned some of that stuff, but that document would be the minimum. If we can get more, I want people from Taylor to get these jobs, so I'm not going to go any less, but there's some things in there to where, like depending on the specialty of that position, not everybody would be able to go in there and necessarily do that job. So, you know, it all depends on, and I think that even dictates in the document. It's been a while since I seen it, and to be honest with you, I didn't even think about providing that, and I should have. But, you know, they're still not sure who's gonna necessarily be in that building at this time. So, you know, at that, we gotta see who's gonna be in there or whatever, but that document will be the bare minimum.
Chairman,
Councilwoman?
I know you referenced members of the board, their positions. Do we have a list of names of the people that are on the board, or do you have those that you can tell us?
Yeah. Would you like me to run through it now?
Yes.
Yeah, so Joshua Hunt at the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, Gregory Dill, Administrator of Washtenaw County, Andrew Kandrivas of Wayne County, Hal Haddis of Wayne County, David Glabe of Huron Township, he's the supervisor, Kevin McNamara, Supervisor of Van Buren Township, Robert McCrate, Mayor, City of Romulus, and Mayor Woolley, City of Taylor, and of the Airport Authority, June Lee, the Chief Operating Officer, and Michael Jackson, the Vice President of Economic Development at the Wayne County Airport Authority.
Okay.
I don't know about that Kandrivas guy. Sorry, side joke. Any further discussion on this? All right. We have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Witten. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no.
No.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Winton?
Yes.
Ms. Rose?
No.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
No.
Mrs. Brandana?
Yes.
Mr. Geis?
Yes. Motion passes 4-2. Mr. Mayor.
Item 6.3 is a motion to approve authorizing the mayor to sign a purchase agreement on behalf of the city of Taylor for the sale of the parcel ID number 60-000-001-0032-000 for the amount of $9,000 plus closing costs. Proceeds go to the general fund.
Is there a motion?
Excuse me, motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Mr. Mayor.
Item 6.4 is a motion to approve recognizing the Taylor Historical Society Cemetery Committee for their dedication in preserving Taylor's history.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Mr. Mayor, I think both of us, or probably all of us, have comments, and I'd like to invite the members of the Historical Society, if you could just come
Sure, come
forward.
on up. Mr. Chairman, sure, come on up, Caroline. Just wanted to point out and thank you for reaching out to me, saying that you wanted to recognize the cemetery committee, and they do a phenomenal job. I think probably 2 years ago they really kicked off, and they've done an unbelievable job. The entire crew, we've tried to help with them as much as we can, but their go-getters are out there all the time. I went out there and witnessed some of the things they do, and it's just unbelievable. And from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate everything you guys do. It's phenomenal what you've done.